Hello, today I'm going to show you how to set up VorlonJS, which is an open source, extensible, platform-agnostic tool for remotely debugging and testing your JavaScript. This was made by the TED team at Microsoft. It's powered by node.js and Socket.io. It's an excellent tool that works regardless of the browser or even player that you're using to get some of this information from. So I'm going to show you how I use it in some of my everyday work here. First thing I'm going to do is open up Visual Studio. And inside Visual Studio, I messed up. So first thing I'm going to do is actually get Vorlon installed on my machine. So I can go to VorlonJS.com, go down a bit, and you can see all I have to do to get running is Node Package Manager, I for install, make it global, and I'm looking for the Vorlon package. So I've already actually got this up and running, or installed, but opened up PowerShell, or I can use any command line tool really. But now it's installed, let's get it up and running itself. Just type in the name of what I'm looking for, Vorlon. It's going to start an Express server listening on port 1337. So now, in my browser, if I navigate to port 1337, the localhost port 1337, you can see I have the Vorlon debugger opened up, and on the right-hand side, you can see a dashboard also opened up inside of PowerShell, or my IDE. Let's go out of here. The next thing I need to do is actually add a script for Vorlon to communicate directly to the web project I'm working on. So inside of Visual Studio, I have a video player, and the only thing I've done to change this HTML5 video player is I've added this Vorlon script right here. So again, it's HTTP localhost pointing to the port 1337, and it's looking for the Vorlon.js script. So everything else is a very silly, simple video player that I wrote that's looking for a smooth streaming video. So let me deploy this to Chrome. And here we go. We have a video player. Let's watch this video very quickly. Well, let's go back in Vorlon and see what's going on in our other browser. You can see our client list now reads 0. So first item on our client list is this browser I'm talking to right here. So let's go identify, just make sure it's the correct one. And there we go. So I know that is the first browser. That's great, but what happens if I start to open up another browser, say Firefox? Let's copy this. Open up Firefox. I'll navigate there. So same address. Here we go. And you can see I have a new client connected now. Okay, let's go identify. That's 1, and Chrome was 0. I can also go over to Modernizer, and I can see use Modernizer for feature detection, not browser detection. So this is telling me what I actually have, what this browser is capable of. Oops. Go down a bit, and I can see HTML5 features, some miscellaneous features, right? No touch events because I'm not using a touch screen. I'm using a MacBook Pro at this point. So obviously I could touch the screen all I want and nothing's going to happen. I also have a console down here, so I could perhaps have buttons that would add information to the console log, and it would appear right here for me. So again, very nice thing to do in the browser, but what about a mobile device that I want to test out on? Well, I've already spun up my Windows Phone emulator here using Hyper-V. So I'm going to navigate to the endpoint, or this website, where I have this video player running. So there we go. What I want you to note, though, is it took me a minute to figure this out. On IE on a Windows phone, it needs the HTTP to resolve the address. So without HTTP, it doesn't quite understand what localhost is and the port. So I've entered the address. Let's navigate there. You see it's going to load the page. And in just a moment, There we go. You see, we have another client that was just connected. Let's identify all of our clients. See, it's the 2 is actually appearing just behind this video player. Let's scroll down a bit. There we go. That'll all fit into frame. And I can actually play this video. So HTML5 video playing on a mobile device, nice and beautifully. Adaptive bitrate too. And I can debug all of this. Modernizer, you can see what's supported on that browser itself. So non-core, right? A lot of things are not quite supported here because of I'm using a mobile browser. But you see now, with Vorlon, I can very easily debug and test out applications on a number of platforms. So in this case, I have Chrome, Firefox, and even a mobile browser and Windows Phone. So hopefully this was helpful for you. And my next tutorial, I'll go over how to use manifold.js to wrap some of your websites like this and create hybrid applications using Cordova.